Hey, it'll be the last time you guys hear it for a while.
Okay, we are live now.
Mm-hmm. Greetings to the people of the internet.
Actually, this kind of works that Void Sleepy, because it'll really help with the sleep grumpies. Will really help with Nim coming into town and discovering that Gut's dead.
Honestly, she'll be overjoyed.
Overjoyed?
Overjoyed. And not at all
Finally.
upset.
Oh fuck! Finally. Oh,
Yeah,
I was
pretty
I was
much.
killing myself.
Like, oh, thank God. He was so obnoxious. He was always so touchy. Touchy-feely. All
So
of the
touchy.
time. Always wanting to talk about his feelings.
Well, many thanks for the continued subscription and welcome everybody to today's stream.
Oh,
We're
good morning, Shay.
We're just getting the last few things ready before we're starting here.
Good morning, Goose. Those are my people.
And don't worry, God will disappear soon. And you'll never hear him again.
Oh no, here comes the hype train.
No, here comes the false promises. I'm sorry, I picked it up from a Russian co-worker.
And again, I would like to say sorry for the inconvenience of the sound of our little boy in the background, because he's here in the living room with both of us, so sorry for any inconvenient sounds in the background. Oh, good lord, ship!
Language, you have a child.
Good lord. Nice. Rioth. Woo! Rioth is coming in here. This big dick energy. Can I say
It is
that?
so crass.
I think I could say that.
No, it's big dong energy.
Big dong energy?
But big phallus.
For what that sounds worse, actually.
Yeah.
How is phallus worse? Phallus is
Dong.
death.
Dong sounds worse.
Holy Jesus, we're already at a level 4 hype train.
Whoop whoop.
Hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah.
It is all because I am here. I am the greatest of all things.
Did Shay get a sub? Shay didn't get a sub. Well, we have to fix that. Oh. What? Oh, Shay is subscribed. Oh, you need subscriber badges. It's like...
They have the purple star when they're subscribers. Okay, I'm working on it, okay? Actually, a good badge would... We would be able to talk after session if you're cool with that. About making badges.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. Dice badges? Yeah. I tried to get him on Dice Passage, but I have like a really cute set of dice badges.
Sure, I'll see what I can do right now, since have a newborn and all that, we are going to be a little bit tight with our spending money on frolicking on stuff, so to speak.
It's $10, dude. One second. You've looked at them before.
I know, but it's like $10 is like an extra pack of diapers in my currency.
Oh, okay. Well, you were like, "We'll talk later," and I'm like, "Well," like it's way cheaper than commission prices. That's all I'm saying.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But I might want to order something special for batches for those who do give a subscription, like bones or maybe even weapons.
Bones?
Yes.
Pemmican. We get pemmican.
Oh God, Ryef is talking about buying it for me now. God damn it, Ryef.
Nice. Okay, you're good. You're good. All right. Anyway, we should probably
Get
Talk
talk about
live.
game. Yeah, we should probably do game stuff.
God
Okay.
damn it. Getting sidetracked with the hype train and all that. God.
So,
You guys are amazing. I'm just saying that straight out. Aw.
so
Well, let's go live.
shall we do the quick summary of what happened? Well, if no one objects.
No, do it. Do it. Hit us.
God will tell you the grand story.
The ghost
First-
of gut.
So, it starts out in a misty morning. Tenny has basically been shaking herself in fetal position for the remainder of the night after her traumatic experiences, and proceeded to gather up the party to fill everybody in on the my mother other is actually split personality spiter / god thing, normal Tuesday. And then tells us that I may lose my powers, and then evil tempter cat and says, "Oh, I'll give you power." And Tenny goes, "No, I will never ever work with you because she is not silly and working with dark evil satanic cat like person." Well, Gut proceeds to tell Tenny that her magic does not give people hope. It's the fact that she actually is not a horrible person and tells stories and happy feelings. And the rest of the party also, Seamus reminds her that she is actually quite skilled in many other things. And Koi was a tired little baby boy, and he became swaddled. As he began to tell his own speech, Gut decided it was time to clean up kitchen. So, he began to, so he gave his speech as he was being dragged away. So, we took the lost tribe to our boats, and we realized we did not have enough boats to transport everybody. Luckily, the great and mighty Chakta decided that she would donate her support, and Tenny and Gut volunteered to keep all the kids and injured safe on top of the mighty Chakta. while Koi and Seamus rode with the others. So, we began the grand voyage across the lake. Before long, we began to hit choppy weather. And we rode out the storm for the most part. Alright, and we began to tie our ships together, realizing that this is probably the safer thing to do. The party began to realize that there was extra ships in the group. And Gut, being the mighty genius that he is, decided to throw something at one of the new ships. Because reasonable things. Apparently, spear goes through the ship, and we heard screaming. At that point, we realized that they weren't real ships. Seamus and Toy and Tenny began to shoot magical things, destroying one of the illusions, and a horror riding on top of a log decided that it appeared from one of the illusionary ships, and it moved its way on top of Chakta, and we began grand battle. Gut stood the line, protecting everyone from such vicious actions. As the party began to fire Eldritch Blast and burning soul magic into it. Round after round, the Gut held the line, gloriously beating down the perniferous foe. However, just as he was about to finish the thing, he was knocked out. He fell down, and Tenny tried to save him. Unfortunately, the thing decided that my arm was delicious, and began to eat my arm, and dragged my body into the water. The rest of the party was not going to have this, and Koi and Tenny, and he jumped into the water to recover over what they could of Gut. Hopefully, letting him not die. Unfortunately, this creature, this horror, is a bit of a glutton, and was able to consume Gut's flesh quickly and efficiently. Tenny and Koi opened up with their Eldritch Blasts, trying to wear it down as its wounds began to heal from consuming of the mighty Gut. Chakta's children joined the battle, ripping the creature asunder. Tenny went down to gather what she could. Unfortunately, much of Gut's paraphernalia had been destroyed. Slowly but surely, she made her way out of the water after realizing that she would never see her glorious and truest friend ever again. She was able to recover one artifact. An artifact of Gut's mother. And the group continued their voyage, slowly but surely arriving to land. As they arrived at land, they saw Gwendolyn, Gut's younger sister, weeping. And Tenny met her and held her as they both cried. Gwendolyn gave Tenny the necklace as a keepsake and something to remember her by. Remember Gut and the Gaia family. And Tenny and the team went and began to mourn in their own way after leading the lost tribe to their new land. Then the party asked me to make it worse. So I provided. Gillian Golly found Tenny as she mourned by the campsite and began to play with her. Turns out that Koi hadn't told the Gaia family that Gut had passed, and Gillian Golly had no idea. And proceeded to tell Tenny how much fun their uncle was, and this resulted in Tenny having a bit of a crying fit, and causing Gilly to panic a little bit and seek help as Golly was being crushed by the mighty arms of Tenny. Seamus they retrieved Seamus, and through the mightiest of rolls and the most quick thinking, Gilly replaced Golly with Seamus's leg. At that point, Tenny realized that she was crushing the small child, and Seamus and Tenny thought that it might be a good thing for them to take Gillian Golly home so that they could be with their family in this moment. And they were taken. So the pair held their hands as they took them home. And then Gillian Golly, they went to have a little discussion with their granny as the team retreated from the soon to be very painful situation. At this time, the team began to gather up again and began to discuss what they were going to do next. And that's where the last session ended.
So sad. I think what the last session ended, Tony and Seamus were like at their bunks, and Koi was at the outskirts of.
You're right, he was.
Town, just being
dark,
wanting to be alone, yeah. And then off in the distance, Nim and her flock of deer were coming up from the south. We could see them coming towards the village.
You could see them coming from the southeast.
Yeah.
From where the land bridge would be.
Our impending doom. We could see our impending doom coming from the southeast.
You hear the Dark Souls music getting louder.
Yes, exactly.
Suddenly there's a choir singing in Latin. So that's where you guys are at right now. And where we will be continuing.
Okay, well, I guess we could probably just fast forward to Nim coming into town with her deer.
Nim, I hope it's okay that I took the liberty of you wild shaping while transporting the deer over. Was that a muffled agreement I heard?
I was
Void
trying to do the
Uh,
goat bleed.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I was just like, that sounded like a code, but I'm not sure, or if
I was trying to do the goat blap. It usually makes Jess cackle because I will goat up mountainsides.
Meh.
Just me.
or just full human scream.
Peeks the mic, doesn't care.
Well, we are going to fast forward a little bit. You had wild shape into a deer to basically be as fast as the deer because they move with a movement speed of, let's check here really quick so I don't talk out of my,
50.
50 normal movement speed.
Mhm.
Instead of your puny 30 feet of movement.
See, I wouldn't have to worry about puny 30 feet if I was mounted on top of them and telling them to go hut and go faster.
But they are not trained to have a rider on, so that would be
Redundant. Mhm.
Yeah,
plus
we
you
have
can
got
wild
to learn.
shape freely.
Yeah. Be afraid of llamas. Alrighty. So I take it we're going to be moving forward.
Yes, you arrive in the encampment. You see a lot has changed as you arrive.
What has changed?
Well, there's a lot of more tents strewed about. I also update the map if you actually take a look at it.
I did. I appreciate it.
But you also arrive to see that the building project you started on, where you have collected all the materials for, has been finished while you guys were out.
All right. Which one of you goofballs touched my yurt?
Oh,
Right. Have you changed out of your deer? Because then you just see a deer like bleed at you while looking annoyed.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's ridiculous. Two-legged goofballs going around messing with stuff that they don't own.
actually, who worked on the gear? I don't remember. I didn't remember who worked on the gear.
I will have to see about whether or not we're going to be able to ranch these guys up in an enclosure of some nature. I don't think there is one.
Well, there hasn't really been built one. But the people who were with you at least know that these people are to be seen as sacred and not hunted unless it's one who is getting too old. That is then to be slaughtered, so to speak. That's the agreement there is.
All right. So first things first, I'm going to want to confer to the deer that I will be trying to find them a secure paddock or a enclosure near the yurt So that way they can come and go during the day, but in nightfall they can be somewhere close, so that way they're more likely to be safe. And I will see what I could do about trying to make an enclosure near or next to the team yurt. Provided that there is space and it's not going to be encroached upon by a variety of
Extra
people.
tents that will be shooting up.
Tell them to go away. I like being closer to the forest. They can go the other section.
Who? What time of day is it?
At this time, it would be around midday,
Okay.
because it took you guys almost 2 days to cross over.
I'm assuming the yurt was kind of like built by one of the tribe people. Like, I don't think we did it.
Squints.
It was built when we were out rescuing everyone.
Okay.
As a thank you, so to speak.
Alright. Well, I'm going to assume then that everyone's bunk is still outside the yurt. So I haven't gone into the yurt. I'm kind of just, I'm in like fetal position. in my, on my
Sucking
bunk.
on your thumb, just laying there, like rocking back and forth a little bit.
Sure. I guess. I'm like fully in, you can't see any Tenny at all. I'm just full in my in my cloak. Just
You're in your
Yeah.
shell.
yeah, I'm in the shell. Don't die. Yeah, no more deaths, please.
But it's so much
So-
more fun.
Speak for yourself.
Then do it to Team 1. Oh, wait.
I will.
Good. All right. Make sure to do it to the people I don't like. So, terrible sarcasm aside, disclaimer, I'm not actually demanding that the DM murders players. That would be rude.
I am.
So, fucking. All right. So, we're going to get this all situated and all that jazz. Fine. So, Nim will shift out of deer form after telling the deer that she's going to be building them a safe place for them to rest for the night. So if there was like proper grazing patches, they can go hang out there.
There is some, like, over here where there's untouched tall grass at the other edge of the cliff, so to speak.
I would remind them to be wary of the cliff sides and to try to stay as inland as possible. But to enjoy the grazing, I will try to see what I could do about making an enclosed area for them to relax.
Yes.
Cool.
Let's see here. You would be needing to build some kind of fencing or scaffolding to have an enclosure with that.
Mhm.
Give me a sec here.
Because I'm not that fragile. Bad. Ooh, bean juice. Bean juice is God. I can't say that too loud or else Seamus and God will lose their shit. Ah. Well. While God is taking a phone call, let us get down to brass tacks. Okay. I see 1 duck, 2 duck. Where's duck 3 and 4?
You, you want to tell her or should I?
You hear
Let me guess.
a
They ran off to
muffled-
become lovers.
You hear a muffled squeak from the Tenny burrito.
I knew it. Gut and Clay were the ultimate ship. Fuck. You tell them to stop fucking in the woods and get back to work?
Sorry about that. I am. God damn it. Sorry about that. That was my mother-in-law calling my fiance, and she wants to speak with both of us. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ma'am. Chloe is currently at the edge of the forest, being alone for the very thing that I'm about to discuss with you.
Did Tenny make him cry again?
Ma'am, Gut's gone.
What do you mean, gone? He didn't go after the damn deer, did he?
Listen, we were crossing the river and some horrid beast ate him. We did all we could, but I'm sorry.
She's going to walk up to Seamus, grab his collar, and pull him close to her face. What do you mean you did everything?
We did everything we could to fight it off, but Gut fell and everything else happened.
And yet here you stand, whole.
Tenny's gonna sit up.
Nimble will gently release Seamus, studying the two of them. This thing better have been so massive it makes a rock look like an idiot. Or this thing was so freaking scary, Choctaw had to get involved.
Choctaw wouldn't get involved.
Why not?
Because the women and children were on her back. I was on Choctaw with Gut, and we had to push the people closer to her head, and it was just the two of us fighting at the back.
I see.
The creature, it just every single hit, basically it had advantage on every single hit it was doing. And
It was like in a fury.
And then when it bit into Gut, it was healing as well. So, and I think we all kind of collectively as a group underestimated how powerful this thing was until it was too late.
Out of character, we didn't expect that it had well over 100 hit points.
No, not at all.
That and I had reach.
Yeah.
So, massive long arms. Eats like Gut. And it ate him.
It
Heal.
dragged him. It dragged him into the water. I jumped after. I swam after it. And I was too late. It just ate him whole. And that was it.
Was it killed?
Yes.
Did you kill it?
Yes. Between me, Koi, and the crocodiles, it's dead. I can assure you, it's dead. This is all that was left. And I hold the necklace that's around my neck. If you're going to blame anyone, I was beside him.
Tenny.
And I hit
Shut up.
him with my
Stop.
I hit him with my own blast.
Tenny! You think Gut is gonna let a child get hurt?
He was also
He did his
also by
job.
protecting Chenny.
If I'm gonna be blaming anyone, I'm gonna be blaming that dumbass for doing his job correctly. And a lot of you for underestimating an enemy. That's it. We are never going to forget this. Any enemy that comes our way, we will destroy them with intense prejudice. If absolutely necessary, I will not accept anything more or less.
She just nods.
If something is truly feeble, then let it prove itself such. Am I understood?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Good. Then I don't want you to blame yourself for this crap anymore. Mourn him, I agree. But we will learn from this. Now we're gonna go hunt down an idiot. Again. And then we'll storm off to try to find Koi.
As you storm off, you see him sitting outside the small patch of woods that is directly east from the eastern cliffside of the encampment, sitting under a tree. And since I wasn't giving any more specific direction of that, he would presumptively look slightly devastated.
Stop pouting! We got work to do. I'll coddle you later. Let's go. We got a fence to build.
Oh, okay.
Good. Now that I got all three of you goofballs in the same ducking spot. We need to build a freaking fence for these damn deer.
Okay.
Now, instead of crying, we're going to focus on building this crap, and we're going to be productive with these emotions. Got it?
Got it.
Good. You guys build a fence. I'll build so much food that you guys won't be able to feel your sadness anymore.
Honey just gets up. And she's just doing whatever anyone tells her to while openly crying. Just like tears are slowly going down her face as she's holding up planks of wood that the men are like hammering into.
It's just furiously cooking and occasionally giving them fresh hankies.
God damn it, I just updated the map and now I need to update it again! Well,
You're welcome. Yum.
Tenny just witnesses her friend be ripped to shreds a few hours later, build a fucking fence, bitch!
Stop your
You're not
whining.
allowed to feel sad. You work that emotion.
Drill Sergeant Nim.
You process your sad and you build something new. Then you feel something better because you built something new.
We'll name it after him.
You want to name the fence after him?
No. You're gonna name
I
the
think-
first stag after him. There's a difference.
I think I get angry when you say that.
I feel like that's fair.
What the heck is wrong with you, Seamus? I start, like, kicking you? Name a fucking fence after you? That's the most fucking unhonorable thing! Just like, you're such an idiot!
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought the law-setting structure would be way to remember him.
No damage is being done.
I'm doing everything in my power not to be gallows humor sarcastic and be like really hard to stand up when you're dead.
Oof. Yeah, don't say that. I'll come over
Yeah,
there and start
that's
kicking
cruel.
you too.
Fight me, see what happens.
She'll do it. She's very upset. She's not thinking straight.
Yeah. You and me both, lady. You're lucky this food isn't gonna poison you.
Raise a stone for him. How do we raise a stone? Doesn't make any sense.
So you get to the lovely little spot where all the leaders put the little stone to raise up the island just an inch taller, and then you put one on there for Gut. Yes, that's a Moana reference. No, I'm not sorry.
God damn it, that's not entirely what I was thinking, but A for effort at least. Sometimes in old burial customs that has been found, sometimes if there were not a body to be buried in this case, you could sometimes raise a stone and do some imprints on it, like handprints, paint it or something like that, or even inscribe runes into it for a person.
Oh, okay.
Aren't you and Gut working on like an alphabet?
Gut was working on an alphabet, yeah.
And I was trying to help him.
You ever figure out how to spell his name?
God?
Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. So when we're done with the fence, we could do that.
I was asking would I've learned anything?
No, I think what you learned was like the symbols for like fire and water. Like you guys hadn't made like an actual alphabet yet.
We were in the process of making a bastardized version and that wouldn't have magical properties.
You have a few words or runes with symbolism invoked in it of the different elements, and a few others that in conjunction with others would potentially also be able to spell something, but it's not entirely clear what they mean, because you know that, oh, this rune means water, this next couple of runes mean something in contexture to water, but what, I'm not sure, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you were working your way up to, so to speak. But you could also ask the little shade to help you out. She did promise to help you. Looks at the cat that actually looks a little bit distraught.
Why are you distraught?
Well, I didn't wish for him to die.
Most people don't wish for good people to die.
And he owed me, in a sense, so that's also bad. But,
Yep.
but I'm not gonna put his debt on either of you. I'll rather say it, that I will be forgiving that debt. But still, there's one thing at least I can do.
And what would that be?
You see the cat starts walking off. Stops up for a moment, looks back at you, and then like gives a head nod, shake to basically say, follow on.
If I follow you, I have to take the meat off the fire. So, hold on. There we go. Okie dokie. Let the meat calm down before you try to eat it. I don't want anyone burning their mouths.
But Nim, I'm hungry.
Do you want to deal with a burnt mouth again?
No.
You want to see how fast you can run to the river for cold water again?
Several moments.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I'm gonna go with her. I'll be right back.
As she takes you over to this area, where you see a cliff face into the mountainside. And you see the cat shifting out of into the shade, and she like hovers over to the cliff. And you see her starting to insert her finger into the rabbit rock itself and starts inscribing something into it.
What you doing?
Doing one last gift I can give to him. Because he was a man of honor, as you would call it, even though me and him didn't see eye to eye, so to speak. I can at least give him this last offering.
What would that be?
As you see her scratching into the wall with her claws almost, you start seeing shapes taking root. And after a few moments, she stands back. In front of you is an imprint of, through her scratching, that looks like Gut, standing with a smile, hands to his hips. And above there is some scribbled figures that you can't seem to recognize. At least
Okay,
not fully.
So that's gut. What's that? She'll point at the scribbles.
A little memorization so people will know who this outcropping is supposed to be. Do you want me to read it to you?
Yes, please.
Here lies Gut, a man, a friend, a son, a brother, who gave his life for the protection of those who couldn't protect themselves. In his memory, Elena, has raised this marking of him so that he may never be forgotten.
Can you teach me how to do that?
I can.
I'll need it.
It might interfere with your evolution, but who gives a damn about that anymore? Protocol and all that.
I don't know what that is.
She just looks at you tired. You'll understand it later on, maybe.
Yeah.
But I will teach you.
I don't want to deal with this ever again.
What do you mean?
He was working on things. Precious things. Things that were important to him. And because he's gone, we don't get to know what those are. I don't want that to happen again. There are things that make things gut.
She walks over
I
to
can't
you
replicate his food.
and kneel in front of you while putting her hands on your shoulder so you're somewhat equal eye height.
Short!
She's that tall.
It's not my fault you're so tall you can make Seamus blush.
Oh my.
Seamus sneezes.
There's something you need to know, Nim. With you being able to live as long as you will, and the potential you also have, you will see friends, family, pass before you. And this will not be the
Because
first
there's
time.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad will one day pass before you. Your little human friends will pass long before you're even getting old.
That's their fault. Or so my foolishness tells me.
But remember,
They're
those who have great
cursed.
impact on your life. And she goes over and puts her hands onto the chest area of the outcropping of God on the cliff wall. But those who mean something, never forget them. Remember them. Because even as you will age, things might dim or be forgotten. So make something like this that will keep those who truly mean something to you in your memory. Even when their faces might have long since faded from how they actually looked for you, you can always look to something like this and remember them. I speak from experience, you know. I am so old that I don't even remember where it all started, to be honest.
Where the feeding began, or where it ends.
I can't even recall the face of the man I once married. I can't recall the faces of my 10 children. That's how long. Do you then see why I try to those who impact me greatly, why I would do something such a great gesture like this? And she again gestures to the rock wall.
I do. But I also know what nature does to walls like this. And if I'm going to remember them, I want to make sure that what I can make, nature will not take away from us, or those who come after me. So that way I could stop people from making the same mistakes. That's what I would rather accomplish.
Sure.
This didn't have to happen. I think that's what makes me the most mad.
Fate is cruel.
Fate may be cruel, but not having the tool to overcome every possibility is another thing altogether. Now, I can't cheat death, but I'll
Yeah,
be damned if I let my flock suffer this so easily again.
we shall see. You have the power to change much, young one. But I will let you get back to your little cooking experiment and make sure the others
Yes.
don't slack off, so to speak, with the works you have put them to.
I don't want them to dwindle. I know that if my hands were not busy, I might have been just like Tenny hiding under the comfy fur.
Voyage, you're really
Heck,
quiet.
I'm under the impression that if they were left to their own devices, nothing would get done.
And she would break like a single stick. But if you're together, you see her materializing a bundle of sticks into her hand, and you see her trying to break it. Then she throws it to you. See if you can break it. Break this bundle.
Well, I know I'm not going to be able to break it when it's all together.
And that's why you need each other, because each of you is like one single stick in that bundle. alone. You can bend in the wind, but if put too much pressure on it, you will do break.
They shouldn't have fought alone.
Hmm?
They shouldn't have fought alone. I think that's what makes me the most upset. How many more calls to duty will take me away from them?
How many more times will the ones that you care for need to perish and pay the ultimate price? Are you asking that?
I don't know.
I cannot answer that. I am not a farseer. I don't look into the beyond of what is at the present. I wish I could.
Nah. That's like interrupting the storyteller. Eventually they get mad.
Indeed. And then he might change the story. And that a possibility you saw may or may not come to fruition.
That would suck.
But you see her changing shape into the little cat again. And she like walks over to you and like leans up at your legs.
Scoops up the cat. That's the cat. Sits with the cat.
Let us return. You can show the others later what my last gift for him is. So that he can be praised like the hero he was, is. And I guess you return back to the encampment.
Gotta make sure these goofballs actually ate.
Okay.
Penny is still hitting Seamus, but she's like really loudly crying while she's doing it. But yeah,
Supposed to hit the stick, not the holy band.
The guy's just out hitting the holy man with a stick.
I mean, if it gets the sticks in the earth to keep it standing. I'm allowed to complain.
I'm just like, shut the fuck up. He's so fucking stupid.
Shay. I'm gonna do something really cruel to you right now.
What?
You're not gonna like it right now. But I assure you, you're going to like it after. Okay?
What?
What? Yeah, you're gonna put your cuteness to good use. Tenny! And then we'll go to
Did you throw
Tenny
the cats?
holding. No. Then we'll walk up to Tenny holding Shay in her hands. Oh, arms.
Okay.
You have a new job. Are you ready? It's really hard.
Offers the cat.
I hold the cat at
You're
arm's
going
length.
to sit over there, cuddle the cat, blow your nose into the hanky, and drink at least 2 cups of that tea.
I look at the cat.
It like bends its ears a little bit, and like its eyes, just gets, large. But staring at you.
Don't put a booger on the cat.
Fine. I walk over to the. I walk over to the fire and I sit down. And I put the cat in my lap, and I just wait to see if the cat will lay down.
It does. It lays down in your lap.
You have been chosen.
Not really. I know who it is.
You have still been chosen.
And I will pet the cat. And I will sip on my tea. With the biggest grumpy look on my face of all time.
Then we'll walk over, put the fur thingamabob over Tenny's shoulders, pat Tenny's head, and then help Seamus and Koi finish the damn fence.
As you walk away, you just hear her crying again.
God damn
Tea,
it!
cat, hanky.
What I understand of the little fence you're building, if I may draw on the map really quick to show off.
Mhm.
Do we even have wooden planks? Because I'm sort of imagining this fence being built like, we're tying sticks together to once they're staked into the ground.
I mean,
You are tying sticks together.
Yeah.
Because we don't really have the tools to make actual wooden planks. And to make the ones that I've seen down near the local park, where it's just like planks of wood with holes in there stick with boards sticking through them.
so here's my dastardly plan. We make the fence out of the wood sticks, right? Cool.
Aye.
And then once we have that established, I use my druidic powers to encourage the earth to grow some harmless bramble around each of the stick, keeping it reinforced and making some shrubbery, if you will. This way, if the herd gets snackish, they have something that's safe to eat and not us. And this gets reinforced and is less likely to pop off. And if it does pop off, there's already a physical barrier. So unless they eat through that, it should be obvious where they are supposed to go.
Oh, these are the people eating kind of deal.
All deer can possibly eat you. To assume that deer are not omnivores is a downfall of man.
Oh my god.
Dear apocalypse.
Fun fact, most deer are actually omnivores and are opportunistic carrion eaters.
I hate that. I did not know that. I hate that.
Looks at the video of a deer swallowing a squirrel alive.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Okay.
Yeah, they do
nope.
it.
Nope.
Gotta
Nope.
round out that diet.
Nope. We are
Little bit
not
of
doing
fiber.
that. I don't want to hear this.
Bambi ate Thumper! Okay.
Oh god, don't put them in childhood like that.
No.
There we go. You guys have a fence. Happy?
Where'd it go? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
And now I can use my druid craft and make a little bunch of bushes to reinforce the stuff that we drove into the earth, and now it will be reinforced, and the little goofballs can stay in there
I
during
will
the night.
update the map before next session again.
No worries. But yeah. So this should make things a little bit easier, and yeah. I could feel slowly miserable after we're done building this. How are you holding up?
Who are you speaking
I-
to?
Oh, Seamus, because she was helping Seamus and Koi build the thingamabob, and I'm obviously buying more time for Pass to figure out a way to introduce Gundir's new character. So yeah.
As you look at Seamus, you can see he has sort of a sullen look on his face, but he also tells us not the first time he's dealt with a death that was close to him. I'm doing what I can.
Does it feel more manageable when we can build something?
The owner of someone definitely helped. But death is never easy.
I was talking to Shay to see what I can learn, how we can progress things. And she's willing to teach me what God was trying to make happen. And she made a memorial, or something that she called it. It looks like God. It says something nice about God. It's embedded in the side of the mountain.
Let's go see it at some time.
Yeah.
Once everyone's calmed down.
I wanted to
Yes.
make at least you aware of it because I didn't want to take Tenny up there and have her cry harder and break because she'll start crying and then you'll start crying and then Koi will start crying and then I'll start crying and it'll be one big sobbing mess and I can't fix all of it.
You know, speaking of learning new things, I think I'm gonna try to learn what that metal stuff is that God was talking about.
Thing that the newcomers have.
Yeah. It's way from what we saw, it seems to work much better than what we have.
I hope they're going to be accommodating. I hope they will help us. If they don't,
Also,
it's just going to get worse.
it's the least they could do for what we did.
Put yourself on the front lines to make sure that the young are okay. Just guessing at this point.
I just wish I could have done better.
I wish I wasn't far away. I wish I was about as scary as Tharsis, conjuring up lightning from a stick.
Yeah.
I wish I could control the storms. Like I said before, my objective of getting stronger was to help the gods. Not demand of them. That's your job. You. Anything else happened while I was away? Outside of this foolishness.
That was pretty much everything. Not much happened after the Crocs ate the thing.
Did Shakta ever get her deer?
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure she was well
I
fed.
don't see a Croc, but I think she enjoyed it.
Good. Let it not be said that I don't keep my word.
Tenny is gonna start packing up Gut's stuff. And
The very few things that remained inside the tent, or the building area where the tent now stands.
yeah. I guess if there's anything personal, she's gonna wrap it up and then put
In
it
his
at her.
sleeping skin, I guess.
Yeah. She's gonna wrap it up and put it near her stuff to give to his family later. And then she's gonna start moving her little stone in her little circle of stones inside the yurt. She's drank her soup. Her eyes are all teared up. And yeah, so she's just puttering away.
As you are setting up your sleeping spot with the stones to mark the area that you claim as yours, the cat seems to be following you around, nuzzling itself up against your legs, mewing cutely at you.
Do you get something, Alane?
It lifts it front, like jumps up towards with its front paws up to your knees, and like don't put the claws in, but like marks that it wants to maybe come up.
She'll pick the cat up. Like, do you want my shoulder, or do you want me to hold you?
As you like pick it up, it hugs you. Each paw around each side of your neck, and its head just like leans up underneath your jaw.
She'll like, you know, she'll kind of like nuzzle into Alani and just be like, "Thank you." God, I love when cats do that. I wish my cats did that.
They can if they're proper trained and understand how to handle humans.
Like how when I pick him up, he like cuddles up next to me and just rubbing his face on mine till it's time for me to put him down.
My cat's very picky about how he gets picked up. Very picky.
But as if we're temporarily putting a pin in that scene, former gods, we're here gonna start your scene now.
That guy. I just noticed what he wrote
But he's dead.
under his picture. I'm sorry.
May I introduce your new character? Just to show off the picture of him for everybody. You awake, cold, wet, and exhausted on a beach somewhere. But you seem to be mostly intact. You still have a few scrapes, bruises, and a few cuts here and there. The last thing you truly remember was that you and your brother were sent out to hunt and scout for some tainted creature that potentially had migrated in front of your group's wandering path as you were moving to the next place for settling. And you were overwhelmed, so to speak, by what you ran into. And you remember you standing on a ledge with your brother, fighting against these monsters. As you were pushed further and further to the ledge, till by a moment of almost divine intervention, a tree on the opposite side of this small gorge you were up on, struck by lightning, and a tree fell over the gorge, landing to where you and your brother was fighting, and you both fled over the tree, over the gorge. But luck wouldn't have it that you, it seemed, were to make it fully over. As the cliff underneath the tree finally gave way, as your brother just managed to jump off it onto the safe side, and you and several things chasing after you and your brother over the tree fell off. As you, the tree, and all these things fell down the gorge into a river. And you now find yourself awake on a beach somewhere you do not know where is.
Well, I proceed to wipe myself down. Just make sure I take accounting of my equipment. I check to make sure that my wrappings are where they're supposed to be. And I look for my quarterstaff. Dust off my my hat, and flick away water, and proceed to look around for any signs of habitation or horrific abominations. You know, either or, really. Would you like me to make a roll for that, or?
Yes, you may give me a roll, and then we will be taking a small break here because I need to help Pepper with the little one real quick. So we will have a 10-minute break, maybe 15 if people need. So people can go grab their snacks, something to drink, go to the bathroom if you need to.
Would this area be considered grasslands?
You see a lot of forest around you.
Understood. Well then, I will just roll. Oh.
6.
You do not know where the F you are.
Well. Then wandering it is. He puts his hand. I put my hands behind my head, and just go, meh, and just start whistling as I wander into the forest.
But here we will be taking a small break. Dear viewers, players, we will be taking a small 15-minute break, and then we'll be back. Roger.
I can never roll well. I can never roll well when I want to. No, because sometimes I roll well on combat. My guy literally has a +4, and I roll a 2.
I'll be honest. When past that you just start to wander, I had to resist the urge to start singing that one Fallout song. Dude, I don't want has to get like copyright claimed.
Yeah,
We know which one I'm talking about, right? Fuck.
you could be talking about several, but I'm hoping that the whistling will, get me found. I'm hoping that I'm just north of home camp. So you guys will
If
find
it wants to hear you, better be whistling pretty loud.
Well, I imagine that there's people out at least keeping a watch out, considering you guys were just recently attacked from the lake. But so,
And I got
in case
oh,
you guys don't know, this character is a ranger,
thought so.
which makes my abysmal survival roll extra. Just like, really?
Yeah, the minute you asked about the grassland bit, I immediately thought ranger.
Yep.
There's only two rangers that I know very well that have asked those same questions. Those being Vexaria from Critical Role and Task of Iron Oath from The Unexpectables.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I am.
That makes a good point. We got a druid who uses a bow, and a ranger who uses a quarterstaff. Nothing makes sense.
I don't believe in weapons. Okay.
So you're a monk ranger in a sense.
No.
I know Paz doesn't allow multi-classing.
I
Although
will. I will throw so many monks down. He'll have to unlock it.
though to be fair, I believe at one point it was sort of up for discussion at some point.
Oh, again, this is at this point just out of pure. This is going to happen. You can't hold back. Can't hold me back.
No matter what, you're gonna become a monk. Let's try
this
something to
character
make
would
it
be
unlock.
a pretty terrible monk, but oh, that would be fun to do.
What?
I'm just with when Nim eventually offers him tea, he's just going to reach down, pick some dirt up, turn it into a teacup,
A cup?
into a cup.
Or we're trying to think of mug.
Same diff in this case. Be like, ah, there, thank you. He doesn't believe in broken pottery. It just turns back into dirt when he's done. Well, unless I
dirt
use...
tea.
Hmm?
You got that Tarzan tea.
Exactly, no dirty dishes. Oh, by the way, we will never have to deal with dirty dishes again. Due to one of my spells.
You got prestidigitation?
No, wild cunning. It basically allows me to set up camp. Set up camp and tear down the camp.
Where the fuck is my prestidigitation book?
Because, you know, there's... I needed to use an entire spell slot for this.
There it is. There we go.
But I did discover a pretty horrifying combination, though.
Oh dear.
Magic stones, poisoner, and a whole lot of vengeance.
Damn. You got Ken's got the spicy bean juice.
Yeah. If I set it up right, I could be dealing 2d6 plus a 1d4 plus 3d8
Oh, that's nasty.
on a single sling attack.
Damn.
So did Cunlith make it to the camp?
He's wandering.
Just wondering.
Cool.
He's a
think, like-
wanderer. Yeah,
think-
wanderer.
I think when you make it to the camp, I think it should be like a few days after.
Oh yeah, most likely.
Yeah, not like immediately after we're in the middle of morning. Just like a few days after, we're all kind of sad, but we're moving on with life.
Yeah,
and
he's just
stranger
got
appears.
Listen.
He suffers from Zoro syndrome in that he just has no sense of direction.
Oh God. Yes, I watch One Piece. I've caught up with manga currently.
And so he just sort of wanders and you're like, oh, fantastic.
To be honest, I couldn't help but think that you're just coming being running, being chased by a bear.
You know, that
To which
would...
Nen just brings it. To which Nen just talks it down, like the mom, like the badass she is.
Probably.
Oh, we're on a break. Okay, makes sense.
That's why we're just chit-chatting.
Oh, okay.
And right now my accent, I couldn't get my Irish accent to what I wanted it to be. So I'm gonna put it on ice for a little bit.
But I be honest, that almost sound like the Hobbit from Lord of the Rings.
Yes, I was trying to listen to a vocal coach thing about it, but the machines at work were just too loud for me to hear the subtleties.
Wait, you're listening to, you're watching video whilst in the factory, and not in the break room.
You're assuming that they leave us alone.
I'm back. Is everybody else back?
Yes.
I think is Void back? Or...
Well, we can continue on then.
Nim has the devil's juice.
It's spicy bean juice.
It's poison, is what it is.
Shh.
Gives me hives. It's poison. If I can't have it, no one can. That's just how life is.
Mm-mm.
Agree.
Yeah, Pass, we were just saying that I think it makes more sense that when Conlith gets to camp, it's been like a few days since we showed up.
Yeah. That will be a small time skip, so to speak.
Yeah.
Coleth of the Ember.
Let's see here. Roll me a perception check, if you will. And you may also roll...
Yes, this tracks.
You don't see any You don't see any signs of habitation in the area where you are.
Well, that's fine. As, as long as I find myself away from those things, from those ghastly things. Well, all I can do is wander around. So I'm going to continue wandering.
Roll
Thing,
me a
looking-
wisdom save with advantage.
Sure.
I.e.
Wisdom.
survival. Advantage.
14.
As you start wandering a little bit about, you start seeing tracks. Human tracks.
Oh, good. I think I will head that way then.
As you start following them, after an hour, you or a couple of hours, you may roll me a perception check again.
Okay. Who wants to bet it's going to be a 1?
Oh my god.
Ooh,
15.
it's a double 1. Oh, no, it was a 13. It looks like an 11 to me. Oh, whatever.
It looked like both for me, so
Yeah.
No, that's both for me. At least according to the dice on screen.
You see faint outlines of smoke in the distance underneath a mountain.
Okay. I'm gonna do a quick look around. And I would like. Okay. I'd like to quickly, using wild cunning. I'd like to try to quickly look for some herbs to look like I'm a traveling merchant. So, some herbs, something that it looks like I'm here to sell the local something. And so that becomes
Survival with advantage, as you're foraging.
so a 17 to finding something that looks like vaguely medicine-y.
You manage to gather a few bundles of herbs that can be used for tea, medicine.
Okay.
You also find some edible plants on your way. Do you gather some of those also for bartering purposes?
Fantastic. I am going to continue whistling down the road, following the tracks,
There's
looking,
a road, but
trying to look like a bit of a rube.
that's a word I haven't heard before. I
Yeah.
need an explanation what a rube is.
A rube, a fool, a sucker, somebody who's not particularly intelligent and is typically considered somewhat unassuming. They don't look like they're a threat.
Ah. Well, as you keep following the tracks, then you can start seeing the smoke in the distance clearly.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody intercept me? If not, I'm just going to head directly into the town.
Give me a second here.
Absolutely.
As you make your way, you see an arrow being shot and hits the ground a little bit distant from you, has a warning shot.
Oh my. um I'm I'm just a wandering merchant. I'm going to put my hands up. I've just happened across your lovely town, and I'm here to sell you some wares. I'm here to trade. I'm friendly. He puts on a big fake smile.
We don't know of any tribes in the area that we have a trading agreement with. Who are you?
Ah. Oh, sorry, go on. My apologies. Go on.
Where do you see you come from? You seem still wet from the water.
Ah, yes. Well, I went for a bit of a swim. And I myself am Koleth of of Clan Ember. We are traveling merchants, and I seem to have got myself a little bit sidetracked from my main group, and I have I have found myself here, and so I've come to trade with you. Trade for information, and try and make everyone's life better. Here, I have some herbs to sell you, and I can tell you about what's out there. Er, um, I can give you news. I have so much things I can give you. Ooh, you know what? I'm even a doctor. I know my way around stitching up wounds and setting bones and helping women give birth. I am just everything you could need. So why don't you, escort me to your camp, and we can discuss all this. He's totally not a con man, guys. I don't know what you're talking about.
We will escort you and we'll see what the council decides to do with you.
Oh, well, fantastic! That's exactly what I wanted! So, why don't you tell me about yourself? And he is just going to chat these guys up and be super friendly the entire way.
They are only going to give him short, nothing concrete in answers, so to speak, as they don't trust you at all. Because
I don't know why. I'm such a wonderful person.
looks at the guy who looks ragged, beaten. You still have visible cuts and bruises all over you. Your clothes are still slightly soggy and wet.
Oh yeah, this is all according to plan.
You may. As you are being escorted back to the encampment, you're being asked to wait here, just outside of encampment.
Okay.
A lot
He
of,
will.
as you get closer, you can see different people start gathering around in the distance, looking at you.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wave to the people, well, and call out. Wait a moment. I'm just give me a little bit of time, and I will set up a wonderful market for you. And I'm going to use mold earth to make little signs out of dirt, or and they're going to have there's going to be like a little picture of like herbal medicines, and then I think about it and I'm like, oh well, that's really all I have right now. So um he'll just sit behind that and be like, okay, hey, oh, he'll also, be playing around with some stones he finds on the ground as he just is kindly waving at people. Welcome, one and all, to my glorious shop.
But you're being escorted by the elders, so do you just stop following the guards and
Oh, no,
such
no.
stuff?
No. He has
No,
been
they told me to
asked
wait
to
outside.
wait outside of the
Oh.
encampment.
And
Oh,
so
okay.
if he's making the best of it.
Okay.
So he's making it look like it was his choice.
And one of the guards runs off into the encampment. Rest of the party, you start hearing murmurs and like people like talking as they walk by about the stranger that apparently has been found.
So, out of character, is Tharsis and his Medusa wife still in town, or did they go on ahead to their village without us?
They
Is
are
it
still staying for a while because they
for a
need to
while?
yeah, because they need to gather supplies for the trek back, so to speak.
Okay.
Like because
So we're not planning on leaving anytime soon with them.
it wouldn't be long before they would head off, so to speak. There's still like less than a week, so to speak, before they would be heading off. Like in a couple of days, they might, have gotten all the supplies they need to start trekking back home.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I think too, we're probably this is when the rock's gonna come down. The rock is gonna come down from the mountain as well.
Yes, this night it will be its time to descend down the mountain and receive its tribute.
Okay. So I think Tenny is on her way to the worshipping area. They're just kind of like, yeah, she's on her way. So on her way over to kind of, I guess she's just kind of looking at how the preparations are going and seeing if she can help. So that's what she's doing.
Well, if you offer help, you would basically be asked to help carrying some baskets with dried meat over to where where they're going to place the bigger basket with the offerings in.
Okay, yeah, and that's what she's doing.
But you do catch the murmuring and overhear the talk about a stranger that has been found. because you're helping, because rumors goes like wildfire in these little tribes.
She would most likely be over there helping as well. So, what's this? I'm hearing about some stranger that came.
I don't know. Apparently, he's at the some guy is at the elder tent right now. They washed up. He's selling stuff. I don't know. I don't really care.
I think maybe go check it out though after the preparations are done here.
Right? He's gonna go gawk at some person. Kind of rude.
We're not gonna gawk at them. I'm just curious as to who this person is, as to why they came here.
You're just gonna walk up to him and be like, "Who the hell are you?" And just
Yeah.
he's just laughing at you.
Look, well, you can't tell me you're not curious either.
Yeah, sure, but like, I don't know. Mm.
You
I'm
also
sure
hear
some,
that he's a merchant, apparently.
I'll
There's
come
also
with
some-
you, I guess, if you want.
That's entirely up to you.
Alright, well, fine, I won't. Because you clearly don't want me around.
I'm not saying that at all.
I just like
Oof.
push him. Like, I'm just messing with you. So I think we set stuff up and then we walk over to yeah, the elder tent. Hey kids. Nim, say it to our face. Don't message it in the chat. No one can read it on stream. Say it to my face.
Hey, kids.
You wanna go see the weirdo sitting outside the village that everyone's talking about?
There's a stranger? Oh my god! I want to see him. He sounds weird. Wait, is he dangerous? Like the other strange men who came by earlier?
Well, who are the weirdos that came by earlier?
The ones who kidnapped everybody and tried to sell them to slavery.
Is that so?
Well, if he is, I'll kill him personally. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, if he
Well,
is, we're
I'll
just gonna
help.
like ghost eat him.
Old lady who just wandered by.
Okay. So, do you all wander down to
Cheers.
my
Cheers, Tom.
wander down to my shop?
Yep.
As you walk down, you see this small platform made of condensed and square altar-looking thing made of a condensed and pressed earth, like this rectangular, perfect shaped even.
Mm-hmm.
That's peculiar.
With a little cloth piece placed on top where then different things have been placed on top of.
Yep. You see a few very crude pots and beaker-like items, some herbs, and some basic pictograms indicating, what is being sold, and Koleth himself is monkeying around with some weird things in his pack. Welcome, my friends. Welcome to my open air bazaar. What can I do for you today? He just has on the biggest fake smile. You don't even have to roll. It's obviously fake.
What's a bazaar?
Wonderful question. Bazaar's a wonderful, glorious place where we can exchange goods and services. Is for other goods and services is like for example, I have these wonderful soothing teas here, and they could be yours, or in exchange for something of something that I would like that you have.
What do you want?
That sounds suspicious.
Now, this tea, it is relatively rare, and so I might ask.
Then roll me a nature. With advantage because that's kind of your family speciality.
I have wares.
Nice.
I tend to just look for tea in general, so
That too.
That what I call bullshit?
Okay, fine. I found out outside the village, but
From
I
your
see.
family's private patch.
I pull some out of my my pack, and I'm like, oh, you mean this that I picked earlier today?
well, rare is relative. I mean, it's
Look,
rare for where I come from, so.
I shoo the
So-
old lady away. I'm like, don't listen to this guy.
Try to sell me the tea from my family's wild gardens and call it a bazaar.
Well,
It
I'm
sounds
also
like
offering-
a market.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I'm
when
also-
was the last time we had market? I can't
I don't
remember.
remember.
Jinx, Poke, you owe me a steak.
Aww.
What are you talking about? You, of course, you remember the last time that you had a market. It's happening now.
All right,
Much way to think
look,
this
guy.
guy's full of crap.
Look, guy. What do you need? Stop trying to swindle our townsfolk.
Okay,
Maybe we can help you.
swindle one. Swindle is strong. I haven't taken anything from anybody yet.
Yeah, because
You
no one
took
is dumb
plants
enough.
from my own parents' wild garden. What do you mean you haven't taken anything yet?
First of all, I didn't know. I was
Uh-huh.
just gathering herbs. Second, I can turn these herbs into a lovely, soothing beverage that can cure what ails you.
I had a hard time believing that.
Oh, belief.
Oh,
Mm.
oh my gosh, this guy's funny.
I have a question for you.
Yes, my good sir.
Why are you covered in cuts and bruises?
Oh, that's because I went for an involuntary, exciting swim.
So you're from the main continent. Okay, cool.
What, did you get in
You?
conversation with the crocs?
Oh no, there's crocodiles here. He looks around. Where?
in the river. You know, where
There's
like the
crocs in those rivers? Ugh,
Yes.
I got lucky.
Just who exactly are you?
Ah,
Charlatan.
charlatan. Oof, you've wounded me.
A knave.
My name is Colith, Olith of Clan Ember.
Like calleth of clan swindle.
Again, I would have
Clan
had to
thief.
have taken something from somebody. I have not taken anything. I have merely gathered raw materials, and I am creating things to sell you. And I have done everything that has been asked of me since I arrived here. Now, would you like to share some tea with me while I make some of these herbs into a lovely soothing beverage?
Tell you what, you make the soothing beverage, and whenever the elders come here, you can try to clean up your act so that way they might just let you live.
I haven't done anything wrong. I've literally done everything that has ever been asked of me since I arrived here.
Acting suspicious.
I'm acting very friendly.
Okay.
Now,
There's such a thing as too friendly.
may I offer you some tea?
Nope. Nope. Backs away.
He goes, well. Oh, would anyone else like some tea? You know,
I'm gonna-
sample.
I'm gonna walk up to this guy.
Okay.
Are you sitting or are you standing?
He would have stood when you guys came up to him.
Okay. How tall is he?
Oh, 5'9".
5'9"? Okay. So she's gonna come up and she's gonna get real close. She's gonna put your hands. She's gonna put her hands on your chest, and she's gonna roll her Fey presence. So you have to beat a DC 13. And I think for this one,
DC 13 versus what?
yeah, you have to. It's a
Think it's
wisdom
wisdom?
save. It's a wisdom save, yeah.
Oh.
Or you're gonna. I'm gonna charm you.
Cool.
Oh shit! Didn't work.
I am
That's
so
funny.
completely charmed. So, what are you gonna say?
You're charmed anyway.
No, I'm just saying that I'm charmed. I'm gonna act like I'm charmed.
Some pretty lady just put hands on my pecs and I don't know how to feel, so I'm gonna pretend I'm charmed.
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
What are you gonna
Um,
ask?
Guy logic.
Quick note here before we continue that scene. You sense magic from not this plane. Just had trying to sweep over you.
So
Interesting.
the moment that the spell goes off, all of a sudden his eyes get really hard for a second, and then they soften again, and as if he's putting back on a mask.
Should I roll insight to see if I saw that?
You may.
Mhm.
For you to
Never mind. I don't have perception. I don't have.
you're too
Sorry.
taken
sorry,
by
sorry.
his excellent figure.
Nah, I'm just confident in myself. Like I think I did it.
Could I also roll insight?
Well,
I don't think I'm taken by him
Well,
unless.
That
Nim,
man is full of shit.
your danger alarm for just a second like went full blast and then like silent again. Like, did I just see that?
Lowly takes up a chancla.
So I ask, what is it that you need from this village?
Well,
For you, Seamus.
okay. So, you asked that. He's gonna shake his head for a moment and like, oh, well, if you're asking, and honestly, I'm looking for my grandmother.
Hmm?
Well, I'm looking for my grandmother, and that's kind of a side thing. right now, what I'm really looking for is my brother. Though, honestly, he's probably off wandering safe and sound at the moment. So, I also am trying to find my where my clan might have gotten off to. We wander around, and so we get a little bit lost from time to time. And honestly, I'm not very good with directions.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll a deception on me.
He is being 100% honest.
Oh, okay.
Nothing he has said is a lie.
So she takes a step back. She's like, "Oh, so you're just lost."
Oh, that's one way to put it. Though one of the Ember rarely truly gets lost. Because wherever we set up, we start a brand new fire.
You just want to get back to your clan.
Well, I was sent away just for a little bit to do a service, and I haven't quite finished that service yet. So going back to them may be a bit premature, but I would like to know kind of where they are. It will be easier for me to do my service.
She takes out her crude map. Okay, this is where you are. And this is the river. These are the mainlands over here. And then these are the islands here. And these are where the crocodiles are. And does any of this look familiar to you?
We will quickly shift over to the region map.
I feel like she doesn't have what do I do?
So he's gonna sit cross-legged again as you guys look at the map together.
She probably doesn't have this. Or no. But I feel like she'd have like everything from here to here. And then this is just like a big kind of like
It's
round.
It's round.
It's like she knows that there's water there, but she doesn't have any specifics. But she will have like these masses there.
Yeah. The land bridge, so to speak, is on the map. The northern coast is mostly on the map. A little bit of the southeastern coast is also on. And then, of course, the jungly woods up to the north and the southeast is on it.
And then she'll have all these, like, places as well.
Mm-hmm. So, he's gonna look at that very interestedly. He goes like, do you mind if I expand this map a little bit? It'll explain where I come from a lot better.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
So
she kind of figures at this point he's not charmed anymore. It doesn't last very long anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he uses his mold earth to create a map. This map looks pretty decent, except scales are all kind of messed up because out of character at this point. I'm just going to play up the fact that he has no sense of direction. And you can
skip over to the world map again.
Oh, sorry.
No. It's a little bit more like the scale is off with the world map. I would like to point out, but that's the fun part of it.
Yes. So, you see that at his map goes into the grass sea, and then it becomes like super fuzzy as he like around here.
You've been in the Sea of Grass?
Oh yes, that's chiefly where my family operates. Sometimes we'll head around around the Sea of Grass area, moving goods and news. It was,
So you know what's happened up there.
So you've seen the blighted then?
when you mention the blighted, he kind of loses a lot of his his faux salesman mask, because he puts on a really pained smile. Yes, I've had my dealings with them. They're not the most friendly of entities, shall we say.
We know.
We've cleared them from our island.
Okay.
So
I would actually like to roll a perception check because Seamus is tainted. And
he doesn't look tainted anymore, though. But he still has a mutation.
Yes.
You may roll your sense of foreign entities if you like.
Yes, I would love to do that. I'll roll perception at advantage. Is that acceptable?
Yes.
Fantastic. I look at... sorry, does that meet the requirements?
You sense off-planar energies from the woman you're talking to. Seamus in the background, but you also sense divine energy, but you also sense taint from him, so it's like a mixture of two different energies battling each other. You feel steaming off of him.
Okay. He's going to immediately stand up and just start staring, just looking at Seamus just on all sides, just like looking at one side of your face, walking around to the other side. You are a conundrum. I mean, you are too. Oh, he points to Tanny. But you're not... I've never seen anything like you. You're
Can you
fascinating.
explain what you mean by that?
I think you know. You're partially one of them, yet not one of them.
You're talking about the mutation, then yes. I happened to against some of the taints by accident and mutated it. Still trying to figure out how to get rid of it.
But you're sane. You're not trying to eat me. That's fascinating. I wonder if it has something to do with that divine energy you have.
He worships Analda. He's a cleric. You know clerics, right?
Yes, I know of clerics. Nalda. Huh.
That's so strange to worship her.
Well, it's not that it's strange, it's... Again, I've just never seen one of you. Always...
If it clears your mind, I was worshiping her long before this happened to me.
Oh, no... Sir? Because you guys have not given him your guys' names. Sir?
My name is Seamus.
Seamus. My apologies. I just have never seen anything like you before, and it's interesting. I didn't think that it only took a taste. Whenever that thing deals with anybody, it always takes it all. It's very greedy.
We were
Wow.
very lucky. We know how to... We have priests here who can partially heal the taint.
He's going
Not
to
only through
slowly turn and look at you.
It's not only
Really?
through magical means, but herbal means as well, as I found out the hard way. Looks to him.
Okay. I need that recipe. I need it. May I offer you some medical herbs?
I don't
That you
think you
took
have. I don't
from.
think you have anything that we don't already have.
I disagree.
I'm
Um,
looking at your stock.
Okay, granted, my stock looks pretty, not kind of suspicious right now, but that's because I
Unfired
took an
pots. And
I took an involuntary swim, so a lot of my stock got lost. Give me a day or two, and I will have items you couldn't possibly imagine. The soothing beverage that I am making has healing properties.
I roll my eyes and lean over to Nim. Can you
I'm
just
not
give him
lying.
the recipe for free? Like, I don't see why we have to withhold this life-saving information from people.
I would like to, but I. How do I put this? I would have to ask Shay to help me make it onto a stone or something so that way he could have it, so that way he could pass the information on in case something happens.
Okay.
So that way he has the ingredients, so I don't have to go with him to go for the ingredients. The list.
Yeah.
well, my dear, he could, we could also try out, but I told you that would be easier to make a clay tablet for him to transport with the recipe on.
That would be better. Could we try to make that happen?
Well, since he seems to be able to mend the very earth, why not use him to make one?
I don't trust him.
Just tell him the herbs, and if he knows what they are, he can just do it himself.
You're
Okay.
seeing a cat meowing at Nim and Nim meowing back to it.
So
And I'm just like whispering at Nim.
leans over to Seamus. Does she do that often?
Yes, she does. She can also do it to a tiger. So best not to piss her off.
He looks
That's
innocent.
gross.
I have yet to lie or cheat anyone here.
You had a fake smile the entire time.
Look, smiles put people at their ease. That's what my
Not when they're that obvious.
Roll me, Kandef, roll me a perception check.
Who?
Conleth.
Caliph. It's Caliph.
Call
Oh, so the N doesn't exist. Gotcha.
Ah,
It's Irish. What do you want?
Gotcha.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Olaf.
Call
Color.
You see something around, a corner of a tent, you just see this massing hulk of a saber-tooth tiger looking in your direction with skepticism is the best word I can describe the face it's giving you right now.
Okay, he's going to be taken quite aback by this.
Oh, don't worry, he only eats people that Nim tells him to.
Doesn't
You
eat.
mean the lady who was meowing to a cat?
I mean, if you think about it, it's just one large cat.
I mean, it's just a bigger cat. Don't tell that
You
to him.
know,
Don't say that to his
Oh.
face, though.
okay. So I shouldn't say "here, kitty, kitty" to it.
He's not a nice cat. Don't do that.
I'm just trying to make a joke.
What do you mean? He's been perfectly cordial with you. He
Yeah,
guards children.
Yes, but he's not. He's not like friendly and cuddly. Is what I'm saying, which is fine.
You
There's
see
nothing
how-
wrong with that.
Gestures to Ghost, who's likely being swarmed by children.
Okay.
Okay, but he's
Um,
okay. Whatever.
Okay.
Children
Again.
are an exception.
Yes.
So do you guys have a recipe, a cure for at least some of the tainted? I know mutations you guys can't handle, but an herbal recipe would change a lot.
I don't know what mushrooms the people ate, but I do know this part. And she'll give him the herb list.
Okay.
And I know that I made it into a small pellet bite so that way they could try to eat it, and it forced them to throw up all the bad things.
Okay.
So
Just-
that's a problem.
Oh, and you
Jared
have to
just
kill
holds-
them when they come.
When what comes?
Yes.
Kill what?
The worms that they will likely vomit.
He looks up from the tablet that he was carving with his finger. Okay.
So
Hey,
be mindful of worms. Kill them before they try to infect anything else.
you see
They are very flammable.
you see what he's been doing. He's been literally drawing pictures of the plants that you describe, and then now there's a picture of someone vomiting, and then worms, and then dagger.
Yeah.
He's like, okay.
Fire.
Yeah, it just looks-
He's not kidding. Fire helps.
That or holy fire as well.
Okay. I don't have access to that, but this is again. I'm gonna make you guys the soothing beverage, and you guys are gonna love it. He continues to just work away. You guys, it's gonna be amazing, though. It takes me a while to make. He starts to grab all the herbs that he was going to sell and just starts to throw them into a clay mortar and pestle that he forms out of the dirt and just starts to grind it.
You see
So-
him like draw out mud from the or not mud, but the clay out of the very soil, and like shapes it and hardens it as he compresses it into the shape he needs it.
So, I'm excited for this partnership. You guys are gonna love of what I can do, and I'm so excited. Your village elders are gonna think the world of me. So, do you guys have any questions about the outside world or about myself?
I look around to Koi and Seamus and them. I shrug.
Well, then I would like to ask questions of you, if I may be so bold. For example, who is the lady who talks to the cats? Who is the woman who tried to charm me? And
Tried.
oh dear, you are quite charming. But he looks around and then just starts to grind again.
Dudes in the distance, like, just gives you a nod of recognition.
It's in the distance.
I'm like, you tried. So what's your name?
You can call me Tunny.
It is a honor to meet you, Tenny. And you, cat lady.
I think you seriously don't get how many animals I take care of. Folks here call me Nim.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry, my brain went to poop for a second. It is a pleasure to meet you, Nim. Are you sure I can't offer you all some tea? Since we're going to be the best of friends.
I mean, I'll have your tea. If you poison me, they'll kill you, so it's fine.
Squints.
You look at the two just like...
Or else her mom will do so because she's powerful. Right, Tenny?
We've been here the whole time, kid. We've been here the whole time.
There's been a kid with you guys that Nim dragged along.
There's been an army of children, a saber-toothed tiger, and 2 other adults. Technically 3, but Koi may or may not be awake.
Look.
No,
I would never poison you on purpose.
Has a flashback of the poisonous, of the poison mushrooms.
James will have the same flashback. Although, from
Suddenly
his point of
looks
view.
down at the... Is the tea done?
So yeah, he'll make some tea. We're killing time until the he's killing time until the people come. While he's making the tea, he's also working on his soothing beverage.
So now that you have your recipe, are you gonna leave?
I don't know. Well, your map is lovely, but I don't know where to go yet. And I only made it this far with traveling with my brother. So if I went wandering by myself, it might take a very long time for me to find anything. So right now, I don't know. I need to figure out what I'm going to be doing. Because I'm not going to run off half-cocked.
No, truth be told, it is kind of dangerous to wander alone out there, especially with all the taints around.
Well, I cannot tell you the trouble I have had with that taint. It just gets everywhere and leaves little presents behind after you've wiped them out.
If you don't mind me asking, how much do you know about these things? About the taint?
Okay. So he actually has an advantage roll on this. I know a little bit. And he proceeds to tell you everything. So he tells you how to track them. He tells you a bunch of things. Their eating habits.
Did he tell us anything new that we don't already know?
That the bigger ones might be able to use magic.
Ooh.
Yes, they have magical abilities.
And the humane ones are probably the most dangerous of them.
Well, that one we found out firsthand.
Yeah.
Well, at least you don't no. At least you know he's not lying.
True.
You don't want me saying, from the stuff you seem to have written down, seems you didn't know how to take care of it. Besides killing it and all.
Well, um, I'm I have some combat capabilities, but I'm not I don't have any of the things you said work particularly well against it. That being said, I'm no slouch, but I don't have any of these of this. I don't have fire magic. I don't have celestial
Protection.
well, people helping me. So we've been kind of limited. Just had my brother and me. All that we've been
Seems good.
doing is. Sorry, go on.
It was just something I was going to do with Tenny.
Oh, okay.
I was going to lay down to Tenny. Did we tell her about the god flesh? That's sort of like the source of most of it.
Sure. I don't see why we should hide that information.
Okay. Kolef.
Mhm.
Do you know about the god flesh? About specifically tainted god flesh?
GM, do I know, or do you want me to roll?
You would not know about this because that would be in too much of a danger, too close to where their hive, so to speak, would be. That your people have never been that close into an area of that sort before, so you wouldn't actually know. This is completely new to you.
Okay. Well, I don't know what. I didn't know that gods actually could bleed, but I suppose they could. But why would their flesh be associated with the tainted ones?
We're not trying to sort out ourselves, but it seems the taints are connected to these tainted pieces of god flesh. It's
Huh.
a sort of like it's a source. We've already purged one from our island.
He looks up at that. Really?
Yeah, though we had some divine help with that.
I'm going to be. May I cajole you into traveling to the Sea of Grass with me and hunting down this god flesh? It's already destroyed several settlements,
That's what we've heard.
Wait,
and it's only spreading. It'll reach you eventually. You can't hide on this island forever.
wait, who is this? Mirelda joins in on the conversation.
Oh my god!
Don't worry, she's friendly.
I get ready to attack him.
He is. He, just so you notice, he has not displayed any weapons other than a quarterstaff. He doesn't have any kind of bladed object on him.
Doesn't matter to her. She
I'm
doesn't.
just-
Yeah.
I'm just saying, he doesn't have bladed objects. Okay.
See, it's perfectly safe so long as her eyes are covered.
He looks at the snakes.
Not those eyes. The human ones, not the snakes.
Oh, of course. That makes sense. Here, he offers her a cup of tea.
Wait,
in
Teddy
fact-
relaxes.
What tribe are you from?
Oh. Excuse me. I am Kullith of the of the Ember Clan and lords of the Sea of Grass and true explorers of our world.
But what was this you said with settlements that had been wiped out?
Yes, there's
I have heard of your clan before. Maybe you've heard of mine. The town of Vipers.
GM. Oh, yes. I do know of yours. We used to trade with you. At least that's what the legend said. I thought you were wiped out a long time ago.
What? No. You see, like, the color draining from her face.
Seamus nervously sweats.
He reoffers her tea.
She, like, leans onto you, Seamus, as she, like, loses, like, the strength in her legs about that news.
Oh.
Probably just rumors.
Call this quiet.
She hasn't been home for a while.
It's just been a year. And you're telling me that it's gone?
That is what some of my clan says. I have not seen it for myself.
You would have heard around 4 months ago that the town, which was one of the last few bastions in the central Sea of Grass, which your clan also frequently came to trade with when you
We're there.
were in the area, so to speak, as a group from the main clan wandered down to do trading, arrived to what's basically a ruin.
Okay.
Oh.
Then I'm going to recount what I was told. So when my uncles traveled to the area, they found nothing but ruins. Just shattered buildings and scattered detritus. Though that doesn't mean that your clan and your people are dead. My home was destroyed right? And we of the Ember are we're as strong as well. We're still around. I'm sure your people will find their own way. I'm sure your leaders would have stuck around to defend them and help lead them to safety.
I look at him and I give him a face of shut the fuck up.
What?
New conversation.
I'm trying to reassure her.
Anyway. I take a sip of the tea. Is it good and am I going to die?
It's good, and maybe you're going to die.
Oh no.
What? It's not like I'm a poison expert or anything.
It'll make
No.
you take the last slumber.
Yes, I call it. I call this blend and the kiss goodnight.
Do you really?
What? It's very soothing.
The last goodnight I had wasn't very soothing.
Anywho, so he's gonna just continue working on the drink, on the soothing beverage, to show you guys. So
Right. Well, it was good meeting you, but we should probably leave him alone to the judgment of the elders.
well, thank you for coming to talk to me. This has been the most edifying conversation I've had at since I left my tribe. Since I left my clan. My brother's just not the greatest conversationalist. He's a little bit talkative, you know? Just kind of yap, never stopping. He continues working on what the chat has dubbed snake oil.
I go over to Meralda. Are you okay? And I start like drawing her away from this man.
As you guys are talking, you see an elder you all know and respect to some degree. Looks towards Nim. As Narkat, the elder, steps forward, flanked by two of the guards of the council. So I have heard that you are the stranger that has walked onto our lands.
Yes. I've come as a merchant of the Ember clan.
I have spoken with our new friends who are staying here for the moment, and they speak of your clan with some degree of merit.
Nods. That's not surprising. We're well known in the grass sea. We have supplied many with medicines and foods and knowledge and new and whatever they need. We are the lifeblood of the sea of grass.
So we have decided to spare you and make it so that you have the right to stay here as a guest for now. But the reputation is not just as merchants. That is about you and your clan.
Well, yes, we make fine doctors. In fact, I'm working on a soothing beverage that'll blow your mind.
We will see about that. But you, four guards, you are dismissed.
By the way, he looks super relieved after you guys told him that he's not going to be murdered.
You four guards, you are relieved you don't need to stay over him anymore. You are free to traverse, but if you start making trouble, you will be thrown out, stranger. And then Nakat will turn around and walk back towards inside the encampment.
My name's Coleth. There, I'm no longer a stranger to you. He puts back on his salesman mask. Well, I am so excited to get to know all of you.
Oh, I laughed with Meralda.
Okay, then he's just is
It's just Seamus, I guess.
Yeah. So Seamus, you see him.
Seamus, Nim, the Horde of Children, and Ghost, and
Yeah.
the cat.
So he just put on his fake smile again, but he looks a little less stressed. So, in case you guys can't tell, his the soothing beverage he's trying to make is health potions. Keyword trying.
Okay.
It's his attempt.
But, people, I will sadly be needed to call a session here now because I know it's a little bit early from what the usual is, but we are going to have guests coming over apparently here in soon-ish. So I will be thanking you all for joining us today, and I hope to see some of you again tomorrow with the next stream of Team 1's story. And remember, all sessions are archived on our YouTube channel, which there is a button below on you can click on and you'll be directed straight to the YouTube. But again, thanks you all for your dedication, your kind words, and for letting us entertain you. And I hope you'll have a glorious day, night, evening, or morning, wherever you are on our fine world we live in. Have a good one. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye now.